Welcome back to the AL.com film room. I'm Matt Scalisi here with John Parker Wilson, our Alabama football analyst. We've been taking a look at the quarterbacks this week at Alabama. We looked at their passing ability, kind of various facets of it earlier this week. Now I want to take a look at what both of these quarterbacks are able to do when they tuck the ball in and decide to take off with it and call their own number.
Definitely. So we looked at the passes earlier in the week and looked at the nuances. Now we're going to look at the running ability. And obviously Sims is a little bit better runner than Coker. You know, he's like the former number 14, not the most fleet of foot. So we see Sims right here in the red zone, and we really get to see his running ability. It's a pass play, and he's going to set up and go through his reads. And instead of panicking and throwing the ball out of bounds or trying to force it where it's not there, he does a great job of sensing the rush is coming upfield. He steps up, climbs the pocket, and you can really see his ability, his shiftiness to get in the end zone, dive, stretch out, and get it. He does a really good job of, like I said, not panicking and taking care of the ball in the red zone and scoring points.
So let's take a look at Jacob Coker now for comparison. And he had a couple of runs, sort of both of them, I guess, were down in the red zone. So let's take a look at both of those runs.
Okay, so the first run, he's going to roll out to the right, have a play action left, and he's rolling out to the right. You know, it's your classic 3-level rollout pattern. Nobody's there. It's covering the red zone. So instead of, like I said earlier, instead of throwing it away or trying to force it, he cuts it upfield. And what really impressed me, he didn't step out of bounds. He smelled the end zone, and he tried to go in there and get it. He takes a hit. He puts his nose down. It really shows his toughness. And I think what he can do as a runner, get in there and get some extra yards and use his big size, his big body to take those hits, absorb those hits, and be able to come out on top.
So another run here, again, sort of similar situation. He goes left this time.
Yeah, he goes left, and once again, he's not scared to take a hit. He doesn't run out of bounds or tiptoe out of bounds. It kind of scares you as a quarterback, but I think, again, his size, he's going to be able to use this. And a little bit of feistiness after the play. He gets taken down a little late. He gets up a little feisty, a little rowdy. It was good to see that tenacity right in front of the student sections. I know they appreciated it and liked it a lot, too.
All right, so one thing that both of these quarterbacks have going for them is that they get to throw to Amari Cooper, a dominant wide receiver, maybe the best in the country right now, certainly statistically the best. Just your thoughts on Amari Cooper so far and what a big part he's become of this offense early on in the season.
Yeah, leading the country in receptions, tied a school record with 13 catches in this game, and I think whoever's playing quarterback, they're going to be lucky to have number 9 out there catching the ball. I related a lot to Julio when I played. You know, he's going to get a lot of throws. The defense knows he's going to get catches. They know he's going to get targets. But I think he's just better than everybody else right now. He's playing on a different level. He catches the ball on the screens. He can catch the in cut. He can run really good routes and get upfield after. I think that's one of the things that separate him is not only is he fast and quick, but he runs good, disciplined routes. And he's not scared to get upfield after catching the ball across the middle. This guy really comes out and sets the tone for our offense. I think he's a kind of go about your business. You don't see him talking a lot or doing a lot of things on the sideline. He just shows up to play every week. You know, you hear people like Scott Cochran and all the guys talk about him at practice and in the weight room. He works his tail off all the time, and I think it's really showing up on Saturdays right now because he's making plays and he's really carrying the offense right now.
And when you have a guy like that, like an Amari Cooper or Julio Jones, what does it do for the rest of the receiving corps? Because obviously there's more attention probably being paid to the one big guy, right?
Yeah, and we see Alabama trying to spread the ball around. You know, you see Kenyon Drake out on the side catching passes. You see Christian Jones catching the deep ball. It opens the other guys up and it makes them more in the offense. And I think not only on game day, but I think a guy like Amari really helps out during practice. You have a guy out there working hard every day during practice, and he's the best guy on the team, and he's working the hardest. It rubs off on all the other guys, and it really makes them want to get better just watching his work ethic and watching what he does.
All right, so Southern Miss this weekend for Alabama, another opportunity very likely for both of these quarterbacks to play a good bit. What do you still want to see out of Blake Sims and Jacob Coker that you haven't had a chance to see from them yet?
Yeah, I think we're still going to see them try to throw the ball downfield. There's a fine line right now in this Florida Atlantic game and then the Southern Miss game coming up of not trying to show too much to the upcoming opponents. We want to get the guys some reps, but at the same time, we want to go out there and show our entire third down and red zone package against Southern Miss. We want to be able to move the ball with our kind of basic plays, but at the same time, we're trying to evaluate the guys. So I think we'll see them throw the ball downfield, we'll see the rollout, the pocket movement that we've kind of seen. Not a lot different, but just more of the same. Trying to see these guys' skills and what they can do and kind of what they can't do.
All right, well, that's it for this week on the AL.com Film Room. For John Parker Wilson, I'm Matt Scalisi. Thanks for joining us. I like that. I wasn't expecting it. All right, hang on. That was good, though. I would just stop right there.